We would like to welcome you to Holt Arena here in Pocatello, Idaho, as the Preston Indians are going to be taking on a Century High School varsity football team. Both teams 2-1 on the year, and we're streaming not only online at mylocalradio.com, but will also be heard on AM 1340 KACH and 105.5 FM in Preston and the surrounding area tonight. Right after our game, we will sign off quickly, and we will join the West Side Pirates in action as they will get underway about 7 o'clock this evening in their game up in Ryrie?
Ryrie.
No, Ryrie. Okay, that's where they're playing. So anyway, it'll be a doubleheader, or the better part of a doubleheader, as we'll probably miss a few of the first plays of the West Side game later on tonight, but we'll bring you the biggest part of the game right here on KACH 1340 AM and 105.5 FM. We would like to thank our sponsors for our broadcast tonight. They include Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, mylocalradio.com, and West Motors, all helping to bring you the game. Ron Keller Tire is sponsoring the scoreboard. Valley Implement the fourth quarter, and Preston Auto Parts, your CarQuest store, sponsoring our first quarter of action as we get underway tonight. And beside me, John Slaughter. John,
good to be here.
Thanks for coming out again.
Thanks for inviting me. It's good to be here. We're always fun to come and watch the Preston Indians play. We're excited. This is going to be a good game. This is between Preston and Century. Both with, as you mentioned earlier, both with identical records, 2-1. And this is one of the largest rivalries I think Preston has is with Century. Seems like we're competitive in all sports with them. With both wins, losses, everything. It seems to go seesaw back and forth.
Well, it's always good to watch a rivalry game. The Century team is in a black uniform with dark purple numbers. Very, very hard to see. It's going to be a tough one to call, being way up here high in top of Holt Arena.
Yes, those numbers blend right in, and they almost become blurry the further away they get to us. But Preston's in white uniforms with blue pants, big blue numbers. Easy to see their numbers.
So that might be the difference in some of our play-by-play action tonight here on the internet and on the radio. So bear with us as we bring you all of the action as we can see it from the Holt Arena here. Nice facility.
Yes, we're very high up. They look very small down there, but we'll do the best we can to see what we can see.
And I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun doing it. So glad to be able to bring you this broadcast. We thank our sponsors. In fact, let's take a break. We'll take a couple of minutes and hear from some of them, and we'll be back and do our starting lineups if we can see those and get into the action here in Pocatello tonight. You're listening to Preston Indian Football online at mylocalradio.com and on the air at 105.5 FM and 1340 AM KACH.
Are you looking for a better interest rate on your bank accounts or checking account? Then Lewiston State Bank has the answer for you. This is Robert Stevenson, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high interest rate on the first $25,000. This rate is even higher than most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Logan branch on 3rd South in Maine, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan. As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
West Motor Company is having a pre-owned sell-off. Over 150 high-quality pre-owned vehicles. They've got to go. Local one-owner trade-in, certified 2016 and 2017, demo models, rentals, and bank repos. West Motor Company has reduced used car cost over $80,000 to save taxes, and they're passing those savings on to you. They even have a huge selection of trucks, SUVs, and crossovers spread across 3 locations. West Motor Used Cars in Logan, West Motor Chrysler in Preston, and West Motor Ford in Preston. Or find them at westmotorcompany.com.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
And we're back to Holt Arena. About 5.5 minutes set before kickoff here, as the Century Diamondbacks go up against the Preston Indians tonight. 4th game of the season for both teams. Both teams are 2-1 on the year. Century ended up losing, just like Preston, in their first game of the season, as they hosted a team from Orem, Utah. That's down south of Salt Lake, just north of Provo. And in fact, I think 8th north in Provo is 8th south in Orem, or something like that. There, you walk across the road on 8th south and you're in a different city.
It's totally different.
So, or 8th north, I guess it is, not 8th south. But anyway, Orem High School, I know, has over 3,000. They have like 3,500 students on campus in the school on Orem. So it's understandable a loss. A school that big coming here into the Holt Arena, the first game of the season.
Yeah, that's true. And Orem is an upper upper number in the rankings. They're like a 5A team or a 6A team. Now, Utah does have 6 categories. And so they beat Century 61-19. So Century was able to score on them, but they were a big team. Our loss was to
not Jerome. Jerome was the second game. First game of the season. You've got the schedule over there.
There it is. That's Centuries.
Oh.
I've lost my paper here just for a second here. Oh,
there it is, right there. That's the Preston.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, they lost to Shelley, 28-13, and that was a home game at Shelley. So how can I remember that? I watched that. But anyway, yeah, both teams are identical. It'll be interesting to see. Century in the Idaho rankings is ranked 14, and Preston is ranked 41. So there's quite a bit of difference in their rankings as far as the state schedules go. But who knows? Preston's getting better every week. We've seen them improve every week, scoring more. Their offense is starting to click. Doing a great job. Ty Hyde at quarterback, and he has great receivers to go to. So we're looking for big things out of Preston, and I think they can compete with Century.
Well, the coin has been tossed and won by Century. Century, the Diamondbacks deferred, so Preston will be receiving the opening kickoff here in about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes, as we're about to get underway here in Holt Arena in Pocatello, Idaho, as the Indians take on the Diamondbacks tonight. Game number 4. The Indians, it looks like, will be...
They'll be coming from the
west.
The east side.
Yes.
East side, and they're right to left on your radio dial or on your computer. So they're just going to start the national anthem here.
Oh.
They'll drop the flag down, And we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll get underway with the football game.
We'll take a break. You're listening to Preston Indian Football on mylocalradio.com and on KACH.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
When you see that big green dinosaur, whether at your favorite gas station or convenience store on the side of a delivery truck, you know quality Sinclair products are available there from Hall Oil Company. Hall Oil is a family-owned and operated business that's been serving folks in Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low-price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Hall Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel even when the temperature drops below zero. It's the no-gel guarantee from Hall Oil Company.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tree Mountain branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem by the Century Choir.
They remain quiet while the flag goes up. So the flag's about halfway up. It rolls up into the top of the dome.
Same as if a color guard was marching off the field with the flags.
Now you'll hear the roar. The Century, they are near to us. They are on the booth side of the arena, so which is the south side. And Preston students and parents are on the north side. Okay, we're getting ready to go underway here. Clock set. The Ron Keller scoreboard is set to go. And we'll get underway here as soon as we can get a kickoff. Preston takes the field.
First quarter action being brought to you by Preston Auto Parts, your CarQuest store here on mylocalradio.com and on KACH. Broadcast both online and on the radio tonight. And as I said earlier, our game will be followed immediately by the West Side game. We'll join them in progress as they are facing Ryrie tonight. Their game kicks off at 7 o'clock this evening, so we will probably miss a few of the first plays, maybe the first quarter of that game, depending on how long this game goes. But we will bring you West Side action immediately following this game here on KACH.
And after this game here in Holt Arena will be Highland and Pocatello. It's the Black and Blue Bowl for them here at the arena. That'll be a fun game to watch if you're in the Pocatello area. But we'd like you to come watch the Indians play. Okay, back deep is Scotty Dunn and Andrew Iverson for the Indians to receive. Kicking off, and I'll sketch a number here. I didn't catch his number. It's number 15, I believe. It went into the end zone, went through the hands of Andrew Iverson. Oh, excuse me, it wasn't Andrew. I thought it was Andrew, but it is Andrew Iverson. Went through his hands. He decided not to bring it out, so he let it go through untouched. So it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
No, they're putting it on the 20.
On the 20. High school is 20. I'm used to watching college. All right, the Indians in the huddle. They'll break out here. Ty Hyde is the quarterback with Scotty Dunn in the backfield, I believe. We got trips to the right, single to the left. As they come up the line, the ball's hiked. Half out, Ty keeps it himself, but it goes nowhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be pushed back, but he'll get forward, gain position, maybe a half a yard.
Middle linebacker came up and filled that hole right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him about a foot gain. It is hard to see those numbers.
Yeah,
on those black jerseys, the purple numbers, and unless the light hits them just perfectly, it's going to be hard to call names for you tonight as far as the Century kids go.
Okay, Ty Hyde in the shotgun. Trips to the left, single to the right this time. Ty Hyde scrambles, throws deep. He's got a man down there. Caught by Ben Durfee. Ben Durfee. No, wrong. Yeah, Ben Durfee caught that pass. That's down to the 45-yard line of Century.
35-yard pass, all of it through the air. Durfee went up to catch it, and one of the Century players was all over him. If he hadn't caught it, they probably would have called pass interference. He was all over him, but the ball was caught, the ball is moved, and here we go, 1st and 10.
Okay, Ty Hyde in the shotgun has Iverson to the right, hands off to Anderson, whistle's blown dead. Looks like illegal procedure against Preston. So that'll back him up 5 yards. And that'll be repeat first down, be 1st and 15 from the 49-yard line of Preston.
Somebody on the line got a little excited after that 35-yard gain.
Yeah, they.
Was that Smaley who made that catch?
Durfee.
Okay.
Durfee.
All right.
Being visited by one of the announcers from the Pocatello, Idaho.
Trips to the left, single to the right. Ty Hyde's in the back in shotgun. Andrew Iverson he blocks. Andrew Iverson blocks. He gets passes caught, but for a little gain, maybe a gain of 3 yards out to the 48-yard line of Century. So another pass and another completion by Ty Hyde, but only a gain of 3 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Indians. Okay, they switch the formation, put trips out to the right, single out to the left. Ty Hyde in the shotgun. Andrew Iverson goes to the left side. Hikes there, hand into Iverson. Iverson gets about 2 yards, maybe to the original, the first down, or not to the first down, but to the down marker. So it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Looks like the ball came out, but officially recovered by Preston. So they will retain it with about 11 yards to go, 3rd and 11. Here in the Preston Auto Parts Conquest, the first quarter of action, 0-0 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard.
They're mixing up the formation, but stay with the trips. To the left, single to the right. Ty Hyde in shotgun gets the pass, fumbles the ball, can't get a hold of it, falls on it. So it'll be 4th down and 20, I believe.
Yep.
For the Indians.
Just couldn't.
Go ahead.
I was going to say he just couldn't tie that ball up. The ball came to him, hit him right in the chest from the center. He bobbled the ball, finally ended up going backwards, and here we are 4th and 20.
So we'll have to turn the ball over on downs. Who we got kicking tonight? Ball's up. It's off. And the punt is by Isaiah Smith. It's picked up by Century, number 3. Let me get a number on. He's wide open, runs down the right side.
Two flags.
Jukes one and taken down at the Preston 43-yard line.
We have
44-yard line.
2 flags back at about the Century 35-yard line. See what that is. Could bring this run back.
Okay, so it's holding against Century. So that's going to bring the ball way back to the Century 25-yard line, I believe.
Negates about 23 yards off that return.
That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 30.
No, they're going to walk from the spot of the foul. They'll mark off 10 yards,
Yeah.
so it should be back about the 25-yard line. Century. That's about where he fielded the punt. Oh, they're moving him 15 yards back.
Oh, I guess there were 2 penalties. There's a hold and a personal foul, and they took the personal foul, so that puts them back 15 yards further from the spot of the foul. So Century deep in their own territory at the 20.
1st and 10.
Quarterback's in the shotgun. That's Manning. He's in the shotgun. He goes forward. I can't see the ball carrier's number. Let me grab a number here.
Looked like Branson, 33.
Branson, the ball carrier for Century. So a run up the middle with a gain of about a yard. From Manning in the shotgun. He's got twins, one to the right, one to the left. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Fakes the handoff in the middle, and he's tripped up by his own man. I think he fell over his own feet.
Yes.
And that was...
Ends up with about a 3-yard loss. Tripped up in the backfield and couldn't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Is that 6 or 5? I'm having a hard time seeing that
It
number.
is very, very hard.
I can't see the number, so I apologize if you're a Century listener today, but catching us online. Okay, we got Manning beat, one in the setback, trips to the left, single to the right in the same formation as Preston. He throws it in the middle, caught. Nice catch by... I need to be closer, Val.
Yeah, seriously, folks, we cannot see these numbers.
20
dark purple on black jerseys, and
I can't see
we're a lot further away than we normally are from a football field.
I apologize. Those numbers are so not even a contrast, not even close to a contrast.
16-yard pickup and a 1st down for the Diamondbacks. Here we are, 1st and 10.
Oh, a big hole opens up for the running back, and he's wide open. 2 missed tackles, and he's brought down at the 38-yard line of Preston. So about a 35-yard run.
I have him at about 25 yards.
That was by number 30?
Number 33, that's Bennett. Or Branson, excuse me.
Branson.
We were told when we did some scouting on this team that we would see a lot of number 33. Branson is going to be carrying the ball a lot, and if he can cut through holes like that, I can see why.
1st down for the Century Diamondbacks as 6:21 to go on the Ron Keller scoreboard. No score. Branson again, the ball carrier, and breaks 3 tackles. 2 different players had him by the feet, and he runs clear down to the 29-yard line.
9-yard pickup after a 25-yard pickup. Branson running the ball here in this Preston Auto Parts CarQuest 1st quarter of action tonight. 0-0, still scoreless in the 1st quarter on the Ron Keller scoreboard.
Okay, we got twins to the right, twins to the left, lone setback. Manning in the quarterback in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to 6. Oh, no, he pitched out. He kept it.
Kept it.
And got the first down. So first down for Manning. That's their third. Go ahead.
Picked up 7 yards to get that first down. He needed less than a yard to pick up the first down. Got 7.
Yeah, they're down to the 22-yard line. So this will be 1st and 10 at the 22. They're running twins again. 2 out to the right, 2 out to the left. Lone set back, 1 lone down back. Manning calls for his number. Hiked, hands off, and caught in the backfield by
number 12.
12, that's Connor Schaefer.
Schaefer met the running back. The running back was Yearsley, Jackson Yearsley. He took the handoff from the quarterback, and the Preston Indian was right there. I mean, they were all 3 in a little tight group, and a loss of 5 yards.
Yeah, a loss of 5, so that's be 2nd down and 15 for the Diamondbacks. Again, they stay in that same formation. Twins out right, twins left. Manning takes the hike, gets down, he's going to pass, throws it deep, downfield, and it's almost picked off by Ben Durfee.
Ben Durfee goes
it. Oh, by Smaley. We got the wrong numbers. We got the wrong numbers. That was Luke Smaley. They changed some numbers on us.
He switched numbers on us. A beautiful defense, though. He went up. He was in a position where he might have picked it off, but he knocked it out of bounds, and it was excellent defense by Smaley.
Yeah, Smaley went up high, and had he not have touched the ball or came close to interception, that could have been 6 for Century. Okay, 3rd and 15 for the Diamondbacks. Man in motion, Manning back to pass. He sets, and they call the play dead. Timeout, Century. So Century takes a timeout.
With 0-0 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. 4:32 left in this, the Preston Auto Parts first quarter. You're listening to Preston Indians football on KACH and online at mylocalradio.com.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
.432 left in this, the first quarter, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts, your CarQuest store. Great broadcast for us tonight here in Holt Arena. Century has the ball.
3rd and 15. So possible 3rd down conversion. They are just outside the red zone at the 27-yard line, and Manning keeps it, goes up the middle. He has room, gets down to the 14-yard line. That's going to be short of the first down, but it was a run by Manning, picked up about 13 yards.
Brendan Daniels and Anthony Land on the interior offensive line, opening up some big holes for the running backs and the quarterback for the Diamondbacks.
And the safeties for for Preston is Luke Smaley and Garrett Ward. So they were the ones that saved the touchdown, and short of that. So it's 4th down. They're going to try for a field goal. Kicking for Century. Kick is up, and it looks good. It is good. So Century will take the first lead of the game.
3-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks on the Ron Keller scoreboard here in the Preston Auto Parts first half on KACH and mylocalradio.com. They're getting ready to kick off. It looks like they're already lining up quickly. The Indians on the west end of the field. They're already lined up and ready to go.
So Century scores, is the first one to draw blood. Field goal at 3:42 to go in the first quarter. So Century will kick off.
Number 30. Isn't he a new receiver back there for the Indians?
That's Andrew Iverson for the
okay.
Indians. That's Andrew Iverson. He's generally back there, and we should have Scotty Dunn back there also. Kicks up, and it goes over Iverson's head into the end zone. So they'll bring it out to the 20, where it'll be 1st and 10.
Guy really has a boot on his foot, or in his leg, or however it is.
Wherever that power comes from.
He can boot that ball. Both of the kickoffs that he's had so far here in the first quarter have gone into the end zone for the Diamondbacks. Brings the ball out to the 20.
Okay, Preston on the offense now at the 20, 3-0 for the Diamondbacks. They scored first. Ty Hyde's in the center. He's got double setbacks. That's up, hands off to Smaley. Smaley gets up to about 6, maybe 7 yards. So good run by Smaley as the O-line opened up a big hole there for him. And good run by Smaley.
Off the left side of that offensive line, squeezed between the guard and the tackle, and broke through the linebacker core.
Yeah, we have
pick up 7.
I've got 2 number 70s on the roster. I'm not sure if that's Jensen or Hobbs, but he was one of the big keys in that open hole there. Okay, we've got twins to the left, no one out, tight end on the formation. It's hooked, gives up to Gordon Knapp, gets nowhere, loss of about 2 yards.
Tried to stretch it off of the left side of the line, and the Diamondbacks just strung it out and ended up dropping him for about a 1.5 yard loss.
So
3rd and 4.
It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Indians. Smaley brings in the play. He's going to be on the left side of Ty Hyde in the backfield, along with Andrew Iverson. Twins out to the right, or out to the left on the other side. They try to draw him off. It's given to Smaley. Smaley's got a room outside, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and is brought down, but not till after he gets a first down. He got out to the 32-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Give him a 6-yard gain there. They only needed 4 for the first down. So with 2:07 left in this, the Preston Auto Parts CarQuest first quarter, it is 3-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
A little more breathing room for the Indians. New set of downs. Be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Ty Hyde with a single step back of Iverson. Running back. Hyde hands off to Iverson. Iverson breaks out wide, gets wide open, breaks through the hole, gets to the first down, and is brought down at the 47-yard line of Preston. So a great run by Andrew Iverson. Gain of about 16 yards.
Big gain for Iverson. Again, around the left side of the line. This time, the Diamondbacks didn't string it out quite as well, and he was able to find the holes and broke a couple of tackles. And 16 yards later, it's 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Okay, Indians with a new fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Well, about the 48-yard line. They moved it up a little bit further than I thought. Ty Hyde hands off to Smaley. Smaley jukes one, but gets caught in the backfield. Loses the ball. Well, that was close. I thought he was down once, but they didn't call him down. They didn't blow the whistle, and he got back up, went sideways about 5 yards.
The ball was stripped.
And it was stripped, and then he falls back on it. So,
well, he wasn't going to go anywhere, so it's a good thing he was able to get back on top of the ball. Brings up a 2nd and 13 for the Indians on their own 45-yard line.
Okay, Ty Hyde. Preston Indians set up again. Ty Hyde in the shotgun. Smaley to the left. Iverson to the right. Hands off to Andrews. No, that's good. Peck. I believe that's Peck. Yeah, that was Caleb Peck on the run. Didn't get much of a gain, but back up to the original line of scrimmage. Nope. About to the 45.
Yeah, the original line. That's where they were pretty much.
Yeah, original line of scrimmage.
But this time it's 3rd and 13 instead of 2nd and 13. Big difference.
Yep, so it'll be another third down attempt for the Indians. They call a timeout.
They call a timeout. We'll call one too. No, it's the end of the quarter, not a timeout. The quarter ended. So with Preston Auto Parts, your CarQuest store first quarter ending, it is 3 for the Diamondbacks, 0 for the Indians. Second quarter will come up in just a moment. We'll take a break and be back. You're listening to Preston Indians football on mylocalradio.com and online and on the air at 105.5 and 1340 AM KACH.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
3rd and 13, we're back to action.
Ty Hyde's got the ball. He drops back to pass. He fakes one pump, throws it deep, and throws it out of bounds. So a third down attempt failed as the pass there was no one there. All the receivers were well covered. So the Indians will now have a 4th and 13 at the Century 45-yard line as they switched ends. So Preston is now going right to left, and Century left to right. So we got Smaley. Is it Smaley? No, it's who's kicking for us tonight?
He's turned sideways. I think it's Smaley.
Could be Isaiah Smith. Yeah, Isaiah Smith gets the punt off. It's good and high. It's caught, touched, fumbled, almost. Preston had a chance to pick it up, but Century picks it up and is running, and a lot of room to go. There's no Indians close by. Finally is tackled out of bounds by the kicker, by Isaiah Smith, brings him out of bounds at the Preston 37-yard line.
44-yard run back, and as John said, the kicker brings him down, knocks him out of bounds. 44-yard return. They almost had him. He fumbled the ball when it first hit his hands. He was able to pick it up, and he was almost knocked down then, right at that moment. But he was able to cut back across the field and find nobody on the right side of the field, no defenders anyway. And 44 yards later, it's 1st and 10 from the Preston 42.
Manning's back in the shotgun, ready to receive the ball. Preston in a deep defense. He's picked up quick by Preston, but he broke through 3 tacklers and gained about 4 yards. So a good run by Branson. He's number 33.
Mm-hmm.
Good-looking running back. Does a good job.
He's quick. So, he can go left and right and straight forward. He's quick.
Okay, Manning's got Branson in the backfield. Manning looks over his defense, trips to the left, single to the right. It gives off to Branson again, and he's caught back quick by, who we got there, 33. And that's Riley Parker.
Riley Parker caught him in the backfield, and he got drugged forward to the line of scrimmage, but beautiful tackle, open field tackle.
So both teams running the ball quite frequently, using their strong backs and their experienced backs. But 3rd and 8 for the Diamondbacks. Drop 2 deep. Smaley and Ward is it back deep. Oh, we got a jump. Preston jumped off sides, and that was by Ty Hyde. He's playing defensive end, and he jumped off sides, so it broke the plane. So that'll be a 5-yard gain, so it'll be 3rd and 3 for Century at the 32-yard line. Or no, the 28-yard line.
You know, 2 of the Indians jumped at the exact same time. I wonder if somebody on that line or somebody in the backfield for the Diamondbacks moved, because it's very rare that 2 would jump at the exact same time.
Right. So, all right, Manning back. He's got runners on both sides, hands off to, and the first down, gains first down, breaks 1 tackle, down to the 20-yard line. He's a little guy, so I can't tell his number.
I don't think it's Bennett.
4.
Ranson.
It's number 4. Let me get a number here. It's Payne. Langton Payne.
Brings up another first down for the Diamondbacks.
Third down conversion for the Diamondbacks.
1st and 10 on the Preston 20. They're in the red zone.
Hands off again to Brent Branson, and he gets a hold. He's in, and he's right at the goal line. They're saying he's just short. His knee went down early, so he's just short of the goal line, but he's down.
About 6 yards out. He's between the 5 and 6 yard line.
They said he went down at the 6 yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, or 1st and goal at the 6 yard line.
14-yard pickup.
Century threatened to score here again. Again, Manning's back to the shotgun. He's got runners to both sides. Pass over the middle, and it's complete for a touchdown.
I can't see the number on the Diamondback that caught the ball. Faked the handoff to go right, and then just threw a little short pass right over the middle of the line, and comes down for a touchdown. 9-0. Second quarter action. 9:02 left in second quarter. They're lining up for the extra point. Tried a little razzle-dazzle, but now they get back in a group. It's up, and it's good.
And it'll be good, so that's an extra point.
And that's 10-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks with 9:02 left in second quarter action on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. You're listening to Preston Indian football on mylocalradio.com and on KACH.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
And we're back to action as the Diamondbacks are set to kick off. After that touchdown that makes it 10-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks here in the Holt Arena. And the kickoff, see if they can.
Dunn Iverson's back, goes to Iverson at the 5. He's out to the 15, the 20, gets a hole, breaks open, out to the 30-yard line. Just short of the 30-yard line, so about a 25-yard return on the kickoff for Iverson.
Nice return. We're in a dome, so I can't say that the wind was a factor in that kickoff, but he didn't get into the end zone this time.
Yeah, it must be longer on that side of the field.
Yeah, that 50 yards is longer than this 50 yards. There you go.
All right, Ty Hyde back in action here, and the Preston Crew Indians. The Ty Hyde's in the shotgun. He's got 2 setbacks, one on each side. Twins to the left, tight end to the right. Hands to Iverson. Iverson takes it up, and no, it was Isaiah Smith on the run back. Gain of about 2.
Picked up 2 and then got knocked back about a yard, but he gets his forward progress.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and 8 for the Indians. They look over the sideline, get the call in, bring the call in. They're set up now with Twins to the left, tight end. Two running backs in the backfield. One to the right, one to the left of Ty Hyde. Ty Hyde looks over his offense, calls for the number, it's hiked, hands off, fakes the handoff, throws it, breaks out of a tackle, he's running for his life, he's got a lot of room, he's running for the first down, gets the first down, and about 14 yards. Ty Hyde gains about 14 running left. He couldn't find an open man, so he took off running, and he was wide open. So
he wanted to pass to his left, and there was nobody open, so he drew the pass back in, and as he turned to his right, he almost got tackled for a loss. He was able to get around the end, and then the right side of that field was just wide open. 14 yards later, it's 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Okay, Indians on with a fresh set of downs. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. 7:21 to go on the Ron Keller clock, scoreboard clock. Ty Hyde, they blow the, and then I think it's going to be a false start on the offense on Preston. They're going to call it on Ty Hyde. He bobbed up and down before the hike was there. So, yeah, I think that's going to be called on the quarterback. So 2nd and 15 for the Indians at the 44-yard line back. Or, excuse me, the 39-yard line. No change in the formation for the Indians. 2 setbacks, two to the left. Hyde gets it, fakes it, gives it to Andrew Iverson up the middle, and he gets about a yard. It was student body right for the Indians and student body left for the Century Diamondbacks, and they met in the middle, and that's where it ended. Not much running room for Ty Hyde there, or Andrew Iverson there.
Ball's going to be placed on the 40.
We have a flag on the play.
Oh.
They're going to stop the clock. They're trying to get the clock stopped with the flag. See what the commotion is here. It's thrown from the field judge. A false start against Preston. Again, another 5-yard penalty. So that's going to put him 1st and 20. Because that'll set back to stay 1st down because of the penalty.
Long row to hoe, especially
Coach
when you're down
Thorson
by
wants
10.
to know why that happened, but he's talking to Ty Hyde. Says, "Hey, let's get together out there." Okay, the Indians come up to the line. Diamondbacks are setting in their defense. Got a single setback which is Isaiah Smith in the backfield. Ty Hyde, he's got twins to the left, single to the right, wide out. Ty Hyde calls for the ball, fakes the handoff in the middle, moves over, throws it deep. He's got a man going down there. He's looking for the ball, but it's overthrown to Isaiah Smith.
Just barely, just missed him by maybe a foot.
Or no, that was Luke Smaley. I'm sorry, Luke Smaley.
Out in front of his outstretched hands, but that ball in the air went almost 52 yards. That was an arm.
Yes, Ty Hyde does have an arm. So, pass attempt there failed by Ty Hyde. So they'll go back at 2nd down and 20 for the Indians from the 39-yard line of Preston. Val, maybe we can get something going here. We've got to get something going. We can't let the clock run and no scores.
Exactly.
So here we go. Ty Hyde set. He's got one setback. Looks like it's Caleb. Picks up the ball. It was Caleb to the side. And Ty Hyde is sacked. I'll try to catch a number.
Came from the blind side. He was the number 80, 86?
Yeah, it looks like 80.
88. They just told us. Devin Shelsky. Devin Shelsky came from his outside linebacker position on the blind side of Hyde and knocked him down for about an 8-yard loss.
So it's a
4-yard loss.
It'll be 3rd and 30. We're deep in Preston territory out to the 30-yard line. So we have to get to the 46-yard line of Century. It's back, it's thrown outside, and nobody there. Misread, intended, I believe, by Tazay Davis, and he cut inside. The pass was thrown out to the sideline. So I want a communication problem there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just short, but yeah, whatever the case is, it'll be 4th down and 30 yards. So it'll.
You think they'll punt?
If they don't, it'll be a surprise to all of us.
Yeah, there you go.
But it'll be Isaiah Smith back to punt. Century's back. Oh, it goes over his head and into the end zone. He runs it back out, throws it deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So Century will get it at the 26-yard line of Preston, as that was a broken play as the punt went over Isaiah's head. So I think the nerves are getting just a little bit to Preston right now. They're just not sinking the way they normally do. I think Coach Thorson just needs to group them over there together and get them back in sync again. They started out really good.
Yes.
So we'll have to call that a pass attempt for Preston.
I wonder how much the playing inside the dome, if that has any effect, or if it's just something people say is an excuse.
I don't know. Maybe depth perception or whatever the case is. But
yeah.
Never played on turf myself. Handoff. Oh, quarterback keep by Manning. Manning jukes one, gets up to about the 15, 16-yard line. So that's going to be close to a 1st down. They're going to say 2nd and 1 for Century.
Just a straight fake quarterback keep. Runs off the right side of his line. 9 yards later, a little over 9 yards later, it's 2nd and 1 for the Diamondbacks.
Manning goes back in the shotgun. One set, one in the backfield, one runner in the running back. Goes in, he hands off, goes off the same slant. He's picked up, but will gain the 1st down. It's a gain of about 2. So I believe that's Branson. 1st down, Diamondbacks.
I don't know if that was Branson or not, but he was lined up in the same position that, yes, it was Branson that made that 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and goal to go. Nope, they're at the 14-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Diamondbacks. Branson the lone setback. Manning the quarterback in the shotgun. Twins to the right, twins to the left. And he's back to pass, drops it back, throws it up and deep in the corner. He's wide open, but misses the throw. Branson went in motion and went out to the corner, uncontested, nobody near him, but missed the ball.
Hit him right in the hands. I think he was shocked that he found himself so wide open. Hit him right in the hands and just bounced out.
Okay, it's 2nd and 10 for the Diamondbacks. They can get a 1st down at the 4-yard line. Manning calls for the ball, takes it, hands off to Branson again, and he's caught in the backfield by 72, Philip Lewis, or Zach Allen. Zach Allen or Philip Lewis? You know who that is? Zach Allen?
Zach Allen.
Okay, it was Zach Allen on the stop.
Caught him in the backfield, but he fell forward for a short one.
So it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Diamondbacks after an incompletion in the end zone and a 2-yard gain by Branson. Okay, Manning back, he drops back to pass, he's looking deep, he goes to the center, and he's caught and hit hard, but did not get the 1st down by Luke Smaley, as Smaley just hit him just as he received the ball.
Javon Sewell. Sewell was the receiver.
And so he'll be up to about the 12-yard line, so it'll be 4th down and 2 for the Diamondbacks. They're going to go for it.
That was a vicious hit. Wow. I was amazed he didn't snap in 2.
Manning back to receive the snap. Looks back over to the coaches, says let's change the play. Branson stays put to his left. Manning's left, fakes it. It's tight. It's Manning. He kept it. Goes off the left side and touchdown for the Diamondbacks.
Faked it to his running back, who took off to the right side of the line. He just kind of kept it, stood there for a minute or for a second or two, and allowed the play to develop, and then he just kind of waltzed forward for that 5-6 yard pickup and the touchdown. Now here's the extra point attempt.
2 minutes and 16 seconds on the Ron Keller scoreboard, 16-0 with the next PAT attempt. It's up and looks good. It is good.
So that brings it up to 17-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks over the Indians. 2:16 left in the first half on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. We'll take a break. You're listening to Preston Indian Football on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH.
West Motor Company has a lifetime warranty.
Well, I guess the secret's out. West Motor in Preston and Logan is now including a no-charge, lifetime powertrain warranty on almost every vehicle we sell.
Almost every vehicle West Motor sells has a lifetime warranty, and your prices are the best around. Why would anybody go anywhere else?
I can't think of a single reason.
Lifetime warranty only at westmotorcompany.com.
Back for the kickoff. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first half. It's 17-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks here in the Holt Arena this evening here in Pocatello.
Kicks up, and it's Iverson on the reception. He lets it go into the end zone, decides not enough room to catch it and bring it out. So Indians will start at their 20, 1st and 10, with 2:16 to go in the second quarter.
First half of play. It's been all Century High School Diamondbacks. They've just had the field position at the appropriate times. Short field, haven't had to gain tons of yardage. A lot of penalties on the Indians too.
Caleb Peck in the backfield for the Indians with Ty Hyde at quarterback. Trips to the left, single to the right. Caleb up the middle, gets a couple yards, gets a little bit of a hole, gain of about 3 for Caleb. Smith, it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Indians. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Waiting for the play to come in. The clock is still running. Minute 52 left in the half.
Caleb stays in the backfield, hands off to Caleb again. He gets a little bit of a hole, gain of about 2, gets out to the 25-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 5.
2 plays in a row they ran off of the right guard, in between the center and the right guard, picked up a total of 5 yards in those 2 plays.
Century's doing a good job of stopping the run. They're getting a few yards off of them, but they're short and hard-fought yards. Ty Hyde looks over his offensive line, takes the snap, trips to the left, throws it quick out to the right, but Luke Smaley threw it behind Smaley, unable to catch it. That was a nice hard throw by Ty Hyde, but a little bit behind him, unable to catch it. So we're 4th down and 5, long 5. So Preston is going to punt. And that'll be Isaiah Smith back to punt, gets the ball off the ground, kicks it up, nice kick. Century takes it at the 38-yard line, runs out, gets across the 50, and brought down at the 41-yard line of Preston by number 20, Brock Fewitt, as he brought him down. So Century's on the ball on Preston's side of the field with the ball. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
21-yard return on that punt. Nice punt, though. The punt went about almost 50 yards.
Okay, Manning still in the quarterback for Century. He's in the shotgun, single man in the backfield. Drops back to pass, throws it deep down the field. He's got a man wide open. It's caught and a touchdown for Century. Wide open. Looks like Isaiah Smith fell down, but left him wide open. It was kind of a right over the top, and it's into the end zone for Century. A score of 6.
Trying to get the number on the receiver. I think it's 21. If it is, it's Tyson Shipley. And he just ran a slanting route into the middle and was wide open. He was about 4 yards beyond his defender and caught the ball right in stride on about the 3-yard line and in for another Diamondbacks touchdown. Extra point is good.
Good.
So, on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard, with 38 seconds left in the first half, the Diamondbacks 24, the Indians nothing. You're listening to Preston High School football on mylocalradio.com and on KACH.
When the time finally comes to deliver your new little one, the comforts of home are vital. Franklin County Medical Center understands, and that's why the new maternity suites are designed with a warm family atmosphere, spacious rooms complete with sleeping accommodations for your partner, and state-of-the-art birthing equipment. At Franklin County Medical Center, your new arrival will be welcomed into the world safely, and the expert staff will ensure you're relaxed and comfortable. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
And we come back as the Diamondbacks are set to kick off again. Long kick, caught on the 3-yard line, bringing it out to the 20, the 21-yard line. So we had about an 18-yard return. Got a little more than they would have if they would have let it go through the end zone by maybe a yard.
Not much more. Okay, Indians take possession of the ball. We're at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10. We have only 32 seconds left in the first half.
They gave the Indians the benefit of the spot there. They did. Gave them a couple of extra feet.
We need
there.
all the help we can get.
There
but
you
we
go.
Need to
we'll
score.
Take it. Yeah.
We'll take it. Caleb Smith in the backfield. Twins to the right, twins to the left. Fakes the handoff to Smith. Ty Hyde rolls out, throws deep, but throws it out of bounds. Had to throw it away. He's out of the pocket, so that's not an intentional grounding. But
he was very close to in the grasp. He had to get rid of that, or he would have taken almost a 15-yard loss in a quarterback sack.
Pressure on that quarterback was made by number 11, DeQuay Lane, and number 44.
Okay, the Indians are going to go. 25 seconds to go in the half. They've got to make it. They've got to have a big play here if we want to score. We've got to get down the field even to get a field goal. We've got a long ways to go. We're at the 23.
Now they're calling intentional grounding. Maybe he was in the grasp. I didn't even see the flag.
I didn't think he was in the grasp, but maybe he was. So that'll go half the distance to goal. So that'll put it back to the 14-yard line of Preston. So it'll be 1st and 18, 19? 18.
Yep.
1st and 18.
Heck, they fudged us 2 feet on that spot, and now they knock us back.
We'll take anything we can get.
Yeah, well.
All right.
Except
Indians out of sync. They call a timeout. Thorson's a little upset with his team right now.
Can't say as I blame him.
Yeah, he's not very happy, it looks like. He's down there letting them know that something's not clicking here.
Getting all these penalties. 25 seconds left in the half. It's 24-0 in favor of the Century Diamondbacks. The Indians are nothing on our Ron Keller scoreboard, Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. You're listening to Preston Indian football here on mylocalradio.com. I want to remind you Also, we're on the radio tonight, too. We're on KACH at 105.5 FM and 1340 AM. But we want to remind you that following this game, we are going to send things to Richard Ward, who has the Westside Ryrie game. They will kick off at 7 o'clock tonight. So depending on how long this game goes, we'll probably miss maybe the first quarter of that Westside Ryrie game, but we will join that game in progress at the end of this game. Just to let you know, that's something you can keep in mind, a doubleheader of action for you here on KACH tonight.
Okay, Preston deep in their hole. They look like they're going to throw a lot. Ty throws out to the flat, but he throws ahead of Caleb Smith. Or excuse me. Yeah, it is Caleb Smith, isn't it? No, Caleb Peck. I'm sorry, I get them mixed up here. Caleb Peck. So it'll be 3rd down and 18. For the Indians, deep in Indian territory. Wish we could say it was Century territory, but
yeah. It hasn't been all night.
No,
we've not been deep in Century territory. Maybe early in the first quarter, but
yeah, it's been a struggle. So Ty Hyde, shotgun, trips to the left, single to the right. Ty Hyde's back, throws it quick out in the flat to Caleb Peck. Peck gets down the sideline, gets back to the original chain mark, first marker, so it'll be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 11, 4th and 11. I missed it down somewhere.
Yep. That was the penalty down that we lost on that penalty. Fourth and 11, back to punt. The Indians.
Isaiah Smith to kick. Kick goes deep. Roll, Preston roll, goes across the 40 of Century, and stopped there by Scotty Dunn as he downs the ball at the 38-yard line of
the
Century.
38-yard line.
4 seconds to go. I'm expecting a kneel down here. Century in control of this game right now. Scored 24-0 for Century. It'll be 1st down. 4 seconds to go. Maybe get one play. Okay, Manning's going to stay in at quarterback. He's got one man in the backfield. That's Branson. Ike is up. Oh, they throw a flag. So false start on, I believe Branson started forward just a little bit too soon. So right at the, or just at the snap, he was in motion, so no time off the clock. 4 seconds to go. Be 1st down and 15 for the Diamondbacks. That looked like they were going to run a play there. They're not going to kneel down. They're going to go for all they can get. So pass out to the flat, hit number 1 for Diamondbacks, which is Deshaun Harwell. So he gets the bell, but the clock will run out, and he gets right to the 45-yard line, but it'll be for nothing.
So it was about a 10-yard pickup. It wouldn't have been enough for a 1st down, but it's enough to put more yardage on the stats. So.
Cool.
So that's the way it is at the end of the first half. It is the Diamondbacks 24, the Indians 0. Here from the Holt Arena in Pocatello tonight, you're listening to Preston Indian Football on mylocalradio.com and also on the air at 105.5 FM and 1340 AM KACH. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. John has been keeping some unofficial stats, so we'll bring you some unofficial numbers here.
Stats.
Yeah, well, you can't. We're not the officials. They've got to be unofficial. Yeah, you could be exactly right on, but they're still unofficial, you know. So, but anyway, we'll talk a few numbers with you here in a couple of minutes. You're listening to Preston Indian Football on mylocalradio.com and on KACH.
In
in business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
Are you looking for a better interest rate on your bank accounts or checking account? Then Lewiston State Bank has the answer for you. This is Robert Stevenson, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high interest rate on the first $25,000. This rate is even higher than most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Logan branch on 3rd South in Maine, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
Since 1958, when the farmers of Franklin County rolled equipment into the fields for harvest, most of them were rolling on Ron Keller tires, because Keller Tire has the right tires for tractors, combines, swathers, bale wagons, and the trucks that haul hay and grain to market or storage facilities. To keep that equipment rolling during the busy harvest season, Ron Keller Tire also has a fleet of service trucks that make repairs in-field to minimize downtime. Best wishes for a safe and productive harvest from Ron Keller Tires in Preston and North Logan.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Well, the first half from the Holt Arena here tonight, this afternoon in Pocatello, Idaho. It's basically, the first half is the story of one team.
Yeah, it's went all Century's way in the first half. However, up until the last couple of chances for the Indians, Ty Hyde had it going pretty good. He had 7 attempts in passing, but completed 3 for just under 50%. And the Indians only converted 1 third down conversion. Had multiple first downs, but only that they had 5 first downs, and but only 1 third down conversion. But like we said, the rest has all been Century, as Century had 6 first downs, and Preston punted once, but Century had Manning had 6 attempts and completed 4. So and they had 1 third down conversion. The scoring went as follows. Century scored their first score. It was a field goal by Century at 3:42 in the first quarter. Then at 9:02 in the first quarter, Century scored their first touchdown. It was a run, and the PAT was good to make it 10-0 at 9:02. In the second quarter, with 2:06 to go, wait a minute, that was in the first quarter also.
Yes.
Yeah, so Century scored again by Manning on a run at 2:06, made it 17-0 with the PAT good. And then the final score was Century just before the half, at 38 seconds to go in the half, by number 21.
Tyson Shipley.
Tyson Shipley with a touchdown and the PAT good, which brought it to Century 24 and the Indians nothing.
And that's where it sits on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard here on mylocalradio.com. 24-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks. Tale of one team in the first half. Let's see if we can make it a tale of two teams in the second half, meaning have the other team come back and show some of their offensive prowess. We know they can do it. We watched them do it last week. We watched them do it the week before that. The Indians have a minute and have it in them to be able to put up some offense. So
the coaches have to be a little bit frustrated with Preston right now because they're just not in sync. We've had probably 3 or 4 penalties that were procedure penalties. We've had false starts, different things like that. We had on defense, we had one false start. So Preston with most of the penalties tonight. Century was flagged for one early in the game, but then since then they've been playing almost flawless football.
Well, and in that one possession, they had 3 penalties, all of them progression penalties that just kept pushing them back and pushing them back to. They were 30-something yards away from first down. The penalties just, the field position during the whole entire evening has been in the Indians' side of the field.
The Indians had a 4th down and 30 to go, and then the snap went over Isaiah Smith's head and into the end zone. He was able to pick it up and run it out, and then he threw it, and it was knocked away. So it was actually ended up a pass attempt, which an incompleted pass. But they're just not in sync right now against Century, and I don't know if it's. I'm not down on the field, so I don't know the reasoning. But I'm sure Coach Thorson, who has done a remarkable job so far, just doing what he does and motivating the kids, I'm sure we'll see a different second half.
I'm sure we will too. I noticed towards the end of the half, Coach Thorson not only getting on his team a little bit, especially after all those penalties, but he was also you could see his demeanor change, and it wasn't an angry demeanor. It was like he came alive, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can't see the numbers down on the field, but we could sure tell his emotion. We could see his emotion. But he's trying to motivate the young men and get them out there playing, and we're still expecting some good things out of Preston in the second half.
And I know Coach Thorson is too, expecting some great things from his players, as we all are. Well, again, I would like to remind you that we are on the radio tonight, 105.5 FM and 1340 AM KACH. We're also broadcasting an audio stream online at mylocalradio.com, which is the place where you'll be able to pick up Preston high school football and basketball action in the near future for so bookmark it in your computer or on your handheld device, mylocalradio.com. And if we're not on the radio, we will be bringing you the action for Preston High School football and basketball on mylocalradio.com. So mark that down, maybe write it down and pin it up to your fridge or something, mylocalradio.com. And coming up tonight after this broadcast, we will join the Westside High School Ryrie game. That is scheduled to kick off in about a half hour. So judging by how this game went, we will probably miss the first quarter. I'm just guesstimating, but we'll miss just a few of the first plays of that Westside Ryrie game. We'll make it a very short post-game show from our broadcast so we can get that Westside game on the air for you as fast as possible. That will be broadcast at 105.5 FM and AM 1340 KACH. That'll be on the radio only. No internet broadcast on that game for you tonight. But Richard Ward will be there courtside. John Beverly in the studios running things, our producer tonight, so we want to thank them. And for you, the listener, we thank you very much for putting up with all of the confusion we've had in the turnover here in the start of our broadcast for this first year. I'm Val Cook. We're happy to be in Preston. We know things are just going to get smoother and smoother and smoother with our broadcasts, and we are going to bring you Preston High School sports and Westside High School sports.
Okay, with 5 minutes to go until the start of the third quarter, we'll take a time out here, I believe, and listen to get acquainted with some of our sponsors who we appreciate. Turn it to you, Val, for our sponsors.
Okay, we want to thank them. They are Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, MyLocalRadio.com, and Westside Motors. Thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to you. You're listening to Preston Indian Football on KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
West Motor Company is having a pre-owned sell-off. Over 150 high-quality pre-owned vehicles. They've got to go. Local one-owner trade-ins, certified 2016 and 2017, demo models, rentals, and bank repos. West Motor Company has reduced used car cost over $80,000 to save taxes, and they're passing those savings on to you. They even have a huge selection of trucks, SUVs, and crossovers spread across 3 locations. West Motor Used Cars in Logan, West Motor Chrysler in Preston, and West Motor Ford in Preston. Or find them at westmotorcompany.com.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
When you see that big green dinosaur, whether at your favorite gas station or convenience store on the side of a delivery truck, you know quality Sinclair products are available there from Holt Oil Company. Holt Oil is a family-owned and operated business that's been serving folks in Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low-price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Holt Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel, even when the temperature drops below zero. It's the no-gel guarantee from Holt Oil Company.
We're back here at halftime, Holt Arena, where the Diamondbacks from Century High School in Pocatello are leading the Preston Indians by a score of 24-0 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard here in action tonight.
We're just looking out over the sections of what we can see below us. Century has quite a few here. We're a little bit sparse on Preston's side, but you know, this is a big arena. It looks smaller than it probably really is. Wouldn't guess how many we have with us from Preston, but
I think it's a pretty good showing.
I'm glad to have them here. The kids need their support. I'm sure there's mostly parents and probably some neighbors.
Yep.
But we got about a minute to go here before kickoff, so we'll see one of our sponsors or so. What do you think, Val? Got time for another sponsor?
Let's keep it here. 50 seconds left in halftime. But the teams have not taken the field yet.
Yeah.
Neither one of the teams. Now, I do have to tell you, too, they have been having trouble with this clock on the scoreboard tonight. There's been some problems, and it may be that there's still another 5 minutes left in this halftime, because the clock people, as soon as we went into halftime, were frantically trading out some hardware that runs the clock.
I'll bet you're right, Val. Sorry to tell you, but I just seen bringing some people out to honor them in the front, so it looks like it could be homecoming tonight.
It is Century's homecoming tonight.
Yeah, so that's we've been off. Halftime's been about 20 minutes right now, but whether they've extended it a little more, I don't know. But
I was thinking they put 15 minutes up. Now they've put another 3 minutes up on the clock for this halftime. But they have had problems with the clock throughout that first half. They were juggling things, and I know both of the coaches here in the press box were over talking to the timekeeper, wondering, hey, what's going on? Why is the clock doing what it's doing? And they did the best they could, but you're right. They are introducing the royalty for homecoming for the Century High School Diamondbacks. 2 weeks in a row, the Indians got to play in a homecoming game.
Yeah, that's true. So
one their own and one for Century.
Sometimes the coaches like it, and sometimes the players, they want to get back out there and get back to work. So
yeah. Well, of course, I would bet Coach Thorson wants to take all the time he can in the locker to visit, maybe look at a little bit of video coverage or something, make a couple of adjustments. Let's look at the upcoming schedule for the Indians. I know that they're away next week. We travel up to Idaho Falls for a game against, that's Centuries. I want to say it's not Blackfoot. It's right here.
You got it there?
Yeah. Bonneville. Going to be up in Idaho Falls against Bonneville next Friday night. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff. And the last Friday night of September, we'll see Minico coming to Preston. And that is also a 7 o'clock kickoff. That will be followed by the final 3 games in October the 5th. We'll have Burley. We'll be traveling to Burley to take on Burley High School. Then 2 home games to wrap up regular season. Pocatello on the 12th and Snake River on the 19th. Several more games to go in the regular season for the Indians. So going to be a fun year as we follow these guys through their schedule.
Okay, they haven't started that clock for the 3 minutes because they'll give them a 3-minute warm-up, I believe. So
maybe that's it.
But neither team has the Diamondbacks are in the corner of their field, getting ready to come out, but I haven't seen any sign of Preston yet.
No.
But
the Diamondbacks are probably out wanting to watch their royalty as they get introduced on the field. So, well, let's take another quick timeout, and we'll come back. Looking at the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard at halftime, it is the Century High School Diamondbacks 24, the Preston Indians 0. You're listening to Preston Indian football online at mylocalradio.com and also on the radio on KACH.
Do you like earning interest on your money? If so, Lewiston State Bank has the account for you. This is Shelley Austin, and I'm here to tell you about our MyRate checking account. It is a free checking account that can earn a high rate of interest on the first $25,000. The rate is even higher than that of most savings accounts. So stop by and visit me at our Tree Mountain branch, or go to our website at ls-bank.com and ask us how you can qualify for this high interest rate on your checking account. Lewiston State Bank, a division of People's Intermountain Bank, member FDIC.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
Health West is a nationally recognized community health center that provides patient-centered health care for everyone. From newborn to complicated care, Health West is always accepting new patients in Medicaid, Medicare, insured, and even if you don't have insurance. Available in 8 locations throughout Southeast Idaho. Call 208-852-3200 for an appointment in Preston. Health West, empowering our patients and communities by providing quality, affordable health care.
Back at the Holt Arena here in Pocatello, Idaho tonight, where the Preston Indians are trailing the Century High School Diamondbacks 24-0 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. It looks like the teams are again taking the field after the introduction of the homecoming royalty for Century High School's homecoming. And the Indians coming in out of the locker. Diamondbacks already on their sideline. They're going to have a 3-minute warm-up, and we'll go at it for second half action. Coming your way, a lot of problems with penalties in the first half for the Indians. They're just out of sync. They need to hopefully get it back in sync and read each other better as they come in, and hopefully Mr. Hyde can increase his pass completion percentage. You know, on the year he's been about .585. He is 31 of 53 coming into this game, and this game he's only 3 of 7. So he can pass a lot better than he's shown tonight, and hopefully he'll come back in and make things happen here in the second half.
He's had a lot of pressure. He's been under a lot of pressure, more pressure than he has in the past, and so he's having to file out, you know, and throw off the run, and sometimes he's off the wrong foot. So there's been a lot of pressure on him tonight, as far defensive pressure. So maybe we've got some things worked out, and we'll see what happens in the second half.
A lot of fast players for Century. They have a lot of speedsters. Their running back, 33, Branson, a perfect example, although he's more offense, but they do have some linebackers coming off the ends of that defense for Century that have been able to get into and penetrate into the backfield of the offensive for the Indians, and have been, like you said, causing a lot of problems.
Century's not showing blitz, but they've blitzed on a number of plays and been able to catch the runners in that, and then they'll come up the middle. We've been held to some short runs because of that. But our offensive line does a great job. I think they've opened up some big holes for our runners tonight. Andrew Iverson's had a couple of real good runs. Isaiah Smith had a couple of good runs. Caleb Beck had a couple of good runs. So, I mean, they're moving the ball. It's not like they're not moving the ball, but they're just not capitalizing on the big plays.
Not generating the big plays, and it's a lot to be said about the field position too. Literally, I didn't keep track time-wise of how much time was spent on the Indian side of that 50-yard line in the first half, but it was definitely a great majority of the first 24 minutes were spent on the Indian side of the 50-yard line, both offensively and defensively.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. Both teams are stretching out, warming up now. So we're about a minute away from second half kickoff. I know we're going to try and get to Richard as quick as we can. Depending on the outcome of the third and fourth quarters, we might we'll get there as quick as we can.
We're not going to cut this game off to go to the West Side game. I don't know, John, maybe you're old enough to know this. You remember the Heidi game in the NFL?
I don't.
I think it was the Houston Oilers and the Colts, maybe. Many years ago, they were playing a football game, and this was when football on television was kind of a young thing. And I want to say the Oilers were down like 58-2 or something like that. I don't know exactly what the score was, but there was just no way. And so about the middle of right at the start of the fourth quarter, the network that was carrying the game cut away and started playing the movie Heidi, the little movie about the Swiss Alps girl. And the Houston Oilers came back and won the game.
Oh, boy.
And so, the most exciting quarter of football that had ever been on TV wasn't.
Oh, my goodness.
So I always remember the Heidi game and the stir it caused. So we're not going to cut out of this game, no matter what it looks like, to go to Westside, because as sure as we do, it's going to be the most exciting comeback in Preston High School football. So
well, I'm going to ride your faith and say, okay, we're going to come back and win this one.
There you go. Okay. And we don't want to miss it. But as soon as we do get out of this game, we'll have a split-second post-game show and make sure we get you to Richard and Westside High football as soon as we can.
Okay, Preston's up and kick is underway. It's taken at the 18-yard line, and he breaks outside. The runner breaks outside. I'll catch a number here. They're close to us. Maybe I can catch it. But there's a flag down. He got out to the 38-yard line. We'll see what the flag is. Looks like a hold against Century, but I'm not sure.
And that hold took place about 6 yards from where he received it, on about the 25-yard line. It is against Century, so they're going to mark it off from the point of the infraction. The 25-yard line, they will mark it back. So they actually lost 3 yards. He received the ball on the 18, ran it forward 20 yards. The penalty put it back to the 15-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Diamondbacks from their own 15-yard line. We get the third quarter underway.
Okay, here we go. Century back, Manning back still in the game as their quarterback. Trips to the left, single to the right, lone man setback, man in motion, hands off to the man in motion. He gets a little bit of a hole and is dropped with about a 2-yard gain.
Excellent.
Sorry, Val, but I wish I could see these numbers, so I'd like to see who these kids are so we can kind of get to know them. But boy, I just cannot see the numbers.
Yeah, I'd understand. I'm sitting here right next to you, so. Unless the lights from the arena hit the chest of the player just right, those numbers don't stand out at all.
Okay, Manning back to pass. He's throwing deep down, and we got a bump and run, but no flag.
No flag.
No flag. So it's an incomplete. So we'll go.
It will bring up 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. So Manning's got twins out to the right and left. Little man in the backfield. Okay, drops back to pass, gets a block, passes out there, but incomplete. Out of the hands of Drew Gunter.
Drew Gunter was the intended receiver. Did a little hook route to the sideline, but the ball was a little bit further back than he didn't hook quite quick enough. He wasn't quite there. Incomplete pass, 4th and 7.
So this is actually Century's first punt of the game, and it's a good one. Drops it back, picked up by Dunn. Dunn gets only about 3 yards off the return, but he's out to the 40-yard line of Preston. So one punt for the first punt for Century was a good one, but the Indians will start on their 40-yard line.
41-yard line. Hey, we're going to get the benefit of the spot again here.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, we'll take those 2 feet. 24-0 in favor of the Diamondbacks. The Indians have the ball, 1st and 10. They come up to the line of scrimmage.
So, okay, Ty Hyde's in between 2 running backs. Twins to the left, hands off to Smaley. Smaley gets about a yard, maybe a half a yard. It depends on where they mark. Going to give him about a yard. So Smaley on a 1-yard gain. Brings it out to the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Indians.
New wide receiver comes in for the Indians, number 80.
That's Gordon Knapp. Gordon Knapp out wide to the right. Trips to the left. No one in the backfield. Got a slot man, wing man to the center. That's Garrett Ward is in the slot. Hyde keeps the ball, goes up the middle. He's grabbed on by the back of the pants, it looks like.
Yeah. He hesitated
Grabbed
in
his
his
shorts,
approach to the line.
Shirt, pulled him down, get another gain of about a yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 8.
It's 3rd down.
3rd and 8 for the Indians.
As Hyde approached the line, he had it spread wide out. The play was designed to go right up the middle, quarterback keeper. And as he approached the line, he did like a stutter step. If he would have just hit that line with some power, he would have blasted through for a couple of yards. As it was, well, 3rd and 8.
Okay, we've got 4 wideouts to the right with one on the left. He's going deep. It goes to Smith, and no, that is to Austin Ward.
Austin Ward, it was just off the tip of his fingers.
Just overthrown a little bit. No, it wasn't Austin Ward. I apologize. It was Brock Fewitt. Brock Fewitt on the intended reception.
So it is 4th and 8, and they're going for it. The Indians lining up in their offense.
Looks like same formation. And Ty looks, goes to the upper side. He's going to throw the same one. Oh, and overthrows. Dunn, it looks like. Scotty Dunn on the intended receiver, but over his head a little bit. So they'll turn the ball over on the Preston 42-yard line.
Yep.
42-yard line.
Century will take over with 9:20 left in the 3rd quarter. They were trying in that offensive set. They had kind of a diamond pattern set up to the right side of the line. They were trying to set up kind of a wedge, and it didn't develop. The Century defense read it well and broke up the play pretty much before it got started. And here goes the turnover.
Yeah, we're giving them great field position with that incomplete pass. It's kept by Manning. Manning gets down to about the 15. Nathan Manning, the runner, kept the ball. He's been doing quite well at keeping that quarterback on that quarterback keep. Fakes the option. 20 goes out.
25, 26-yard pickup on a quarterback keeper off of the left side of his line.
We have a flag in the backfield, so.
Oh, against Century.
Yep, looks like a holding against Century. So that'll null the run from Manning and drop them back to 1st and 17. No, 1st and 23. 1st and 23 for the Diamondbacks.
So the
back to the Preston 45.
The hold must have happened 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage because it's 10 yards from the spot of the infraction. So 23 yards.
Big break for the Indians there. Now if we can just get them to capitalize on that defensive play there. Manning back to pass. He throws deep down the field. He's got a receiver and off the fingertips of Drew Gunter. And that could have been dangerous. That would have been a 6 for Century had he caught that one.
It would have.
He was way out in front of all the defenders.
Had a 2 or 3 yard lead on the nearest defender, and they were both going the same direction. And he had got one hand on it, and just deflected off his one-handed attempt to catch it. So here we are, 2 and 23, 2nd and 23 for Century.
Manning back to pass, looks down the field again. His receiver falls down, and they're calling a penalty on Smiley, or no.
Number 6.
That's Isaiah Smith. They're calling the penalty on Isaiah Smith. I didn't see him touch him. I thought he fell down on his own.
Well, he fell down on his own, but then Smith came up later and hit him while he was down.
Oh.
He was trying to get up, and Smith hit him again.
So he'll give back all the yardage again. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Called against the Indians.
So that'll be out to the 40, well, I should say into the 40-yard line of Preston. And it'll be a 1st down. I believe that's an automatic. Nope, they're going to leave it at 2nd down.
2nd and 8 coming up for the Diamondbacks after a 15-yard penalty on the Indians.
Okay, Manning's back in the shotgun. Trips to the left, single to the right. drops back to pass, goes into the middle, and it's broken up by Scotty Dunn.
Yeah. Beautiful defense
there.
Yeah.
Dunn dove around him and knocked it down before he could catch it. So great play by Scotty Dunn there to break one up. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Diamondbacks at the 40-yard line of Preston.
Defensive pass protection at its very, very best. Scotty Dunn, excellent play.
Manning's a little different. He's 4-0 in the second half right now. 4 attempts on passes and 4 incompletes. Manning back to pass again, throws to the flats, hits, this one is complete, down to the 32-yard line, so that's close to a 1st down depending on where they mark it. He's going to be short of the 1st down. He's just about a yard short. So it'll be 4th down and 1 at the 33-yard line. This is going to be a keeper. This will be a runner because both Branson and Manning have been doing well in the running game. It's quarterback keep. He gets across the line, and he's headed for the end zone. Whoop, yep, there he goes. He's in and down to the zone. He scores from the 33-yard line on a run by Manning, Nathan Manning.
Quarterback keeper, he ran out to the left side of his line, made about 20 yards, did a hesitant step as one of the Indians was coming up to tackle him, and did a stutter step, cut it back to the center of the field and across the goal line for 6 more points. PAT?
PAT's good. So far they've been successful on all their PATs. They've had 3 touchdowns, 3 PATs. This one's up and good. So another
point.
PAT.
With 8:40 left in this, the 3rd quarter, it is the Diamondbacks 31, the Indians nothing on our Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Preston Indian Football on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
The lead is 31 to nothing for the Diamondbacks on our Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. 8:40 left in the 3rd quarter, and here comes the kickoff.
Century's kick is up, goes into the end zone. Nope, he takes it at the 1-yard line. It's taken by Andrew Iverson. Iverson gets out to about the 14. So Iverson thought he had a chance to bring that one back, but well covered by Century. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line of Preston. That was an interesting, I thought it was going to go over his head. The bit from here, it looks like it's sailing a lot further than it is. But, okay. Preston on the offense again. Ty Hyde still at the quarterback. Trips to the left, single to the right, single man in the backfield, tries to block, gets pass over the middle, and Ty Hyde misses him. It was intended for Luke Smaley.
Smaley had to run around the back judge. The back judge was right in his route, in his receiving route.
Yeah.
And he had to take a kind of 2 steps to get around that back judge, and it kind of threw off the route. Otherwise, that would have been a reception.
Right. So that's tight there. Pass attempt for the Indians. Another pass goes in the middle and in and out of the hands of Luke Smaley again. No, that was Isaiah Smith. Isaiah Smith in and out of his hands. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Indians on the 14 yard line. Well, actually, they moved it up to the 15. So we're at the 15-yard line. Got to go to the 25 for a first down. Third down. Ty Hyde back to pass. He was in the grasp, broke loose, throws it down. There's a penalty on flag, but I couldn't tell what the penalty was, but the pass is incomplete.
I think it was interference on a group of people that were back deeper than where the ball was.
It's going to go backwards. It looks like it's on the offense. Offensive pass interference.
Holding called against the Diamondbacks.
Oh, no. So that'll give the Indians, it's a holding on the Diamondbacks. That'll give the Indians a first down at the 25-yard line.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
From the spot of the foul?
No,
just a 10-yard penalty.
That'll bring up a first down for the Indians.
It'll be first down and 10 at the 25. So Indians get a break there. Ty Hyde's got set formation, single setback, trips to the left. Hyde takes it, hands it off to, no, he keeps it. Fake the handoff, gain of about 4 to Andrew Iverson. The fake was to Andrew Iverson.
He faked it to Andrew. Andrew hit the center of that offensive line and opened up a hole, and Ty Hyde just followed him right into the line for that 4-yard pickup. So excellent play.
Yeah, it was. He made the right choice from handing it off because they were all over Andrew on that handoff. So we got Caleb Peck in the backfield now. Trips to the left, single to the right. And Caleb gets the ball, and he's thrown down immediately by 2 Century defenders. So they'll lose about a yard. So it'll be 3rd down and 8. Nope, 3rd down and 7. Need a big play here, Val.
I know the offense is waiting for the coach to send it in.
Is this the big play?
This is the big play.
This is the big one. 3rd and 7 at the 28-yard line. Ty Hyde's back, takes the ball, steps up, fakes the handoff, throws down the middle. It's incomplete. Intended for Brock Fewitt. And it's incomplete.
He was running a slant route into the middle of the field, and Hyde just threw it about 2 feet, 3 feet in front of him. He couldn't get it. Couldn't get to the point where the ball was.
So Preston's forced to punt. So this will be Preston's first punt of this half.
Over his head.
And it goes another bad snap. Isaiah picks it up and throws it deep down the field. There's a man there. He's caught it, but he's grabbed and thrown out of bounds or down. That went to Scotty Dunn. We didn't lose any yards, but we didn't gain any yards.
No, and it will be takeover on downs by the Diamondbacks. They'll pick it up on the Indians' 27, 28-yard line is where they'll take over. Again, great field position for the Indians.
Yeah, we'll need to practice that.
Excuse me, the Diamondbacks.
Oh, yeah, we'll need to practice that kicking team there a little bit. The snap and the quarterback there, or the kicker. But Isaiah had nowhere to go. Okay, Century out the ball. Manning gets it, hands off to, and Caleb Peck pulls him down after a gain of about 5. You know, that Caleb Peck's impressive to me. He's a little guy, but boy, he sure is tough. He's not afraid to make a tackle.
Big open field tackle.
Okay, second and 6 for the Diamondbacks. Man in motion. Manning takes the ball. He steps back to throw. He steps up. He's going to run it. He's got all day. No, he drops it off, and it's complete. Got to the line of scrimmage and jumped it off to number 4. I believe it's number 4, number 1.
Deshaun Harwell.
Yeah, Harwell.
If we saw that number right.
Yeah. We're only guessing, folks. I'm sorry.
Well, some of the time. Some of the time we know for sure.
Okay, Manning, 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Drops back, throws it in the corner. It's caught and touchdown, I do believe.
Yep, the signal.
Yeah,
on the side is.
Back judge says it's a touchdown, so the Diamondbacks goes up 6 more.
They needed 10 yards, and then they would have had, well, they needed 12 for the touchdown. They threw it to where they would barely pick up the first down. The reception was good, and the receiver was able to turn around and fall across the board, the goal line for 6 more points for the Diamondbacks.
And I believe it's number 15 kicking for the Diamondbacks.
It is.
That's Connor Slack, and it's good. He's perfect on the night. Five extra points, 5 touchdowns.
So with 5:45 left in the third quarter here on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard, it is the Diamondbacks 38, the Indians 0. You're listening to Preston Indian Football on KACH and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you're in the empty nester stage of life, preparing for retirement, or considering downsizing, let me suggest you consider Blue Sage Park as your new home.
This all-new community for over 55 active adults is now under construction by Ralph's Construction, the builders of many fine custom homes in Franklin County. That same quality is going into the new homes at Blue Sage Park.
Choose from 3 plans, each with over 1,400 square feet of living space on one level with a 2 or 3 car garage, 2 bedrooms, and lots of special features. These beautiful new 2-bedroom homes include large marble showers, vaulted ceilings, gas fireplaces, a park and green space for family fun, and large closets with custom organizers. Larry and Cody Ralphs are building this community for the over 55 age group with no steps, no maintenance, and a beautiful home that you own.
The first model is nearing completion, and you'll soon be able to see it for yourself. Blue Sage Park, now being built for your future at 3rd East and 3rd North in Preston.
Momentum all for the Century Diamondbacks as we come back after our sponsors. They kicked off. Andrew Iverson went into the end zone, took the ball out, tried to run it out, but they blew it dead because in high school you cannot run it back. It's a touchback, comes out to the 20-yard line. Indians have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. And normal setback for that, goes deep down, and it's almost picked off by Century. The pass was intended for
number 9.
Luke Smaley. It was intended for Smaley.
Broken up by Deshaun Harwell.
So Preston will have 2nd and 10. 5:40 to go here in the third period. Okay, Caleb Peck is in the backfield. He's going to line up right behind Ty Hyde. Got trips to the left, single to the right. It goes up. Hyde sprints out to the right, fakes the pitch to Peck and dives forward for about 3 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Indians. Well, they're going to give him 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Indians at the 24-yard line.
It's 3rd down, 3rd and 6.
So the Indians still struggling with only 1 3rd down conversion in the game so far. None this half. Ty Hyde's looking, takes the pitch. I think it's caught by, and fumbled. It was caught by Fewett, or
number 10.
Yeah, Garrett Ward. It was caught by Garrett Ward, and then he fumbled.
And that fumble, somebody just pounded it out of his hand. It went all the way back, 3 yards back.
Took the Century momentum and dropped him way back. So
Hyde, the quarterback, was actually the one that fell on the ball to
was able to recover it. Yeah. So Isaiah Smith back to punt. Century with the waiting for the kick. Says kick is up, and it goes off a little bit of the side of the foot to the left side of the field. It takes a Preston bounce. Running, they pick it up at the 30-yard line. Running deep, finds some room, gets out there. Andrew Iverson able to pull him out of bounds about the 46-yard line of Preston, but that's about a 30-yard, 33-yard run back.
Oh, and there's a flag down.
There's a flag. I don't see it, but oh, there it is. It looks like, I don't know what it's going to do yet. It's in the area of holding. They're discussing what it is. It is holding against Preston. So that'll move it even further into Preston territory as he came down at was tackled at the flag was thrown at the 49-yard line of Preston. The referee indicated against Preston. But now they're just trying to decide which way to go, I guess. Oh, it's at the 45-yard line. So 10-yard, 15-yard penalty. That couldn't have been a holding then, because holding's only 10.
I missed what he...
Yeah, I thought he signaled holding, but we'll see what... Hall Century Diamondback football this afternoon. Not much luck for Preston tonight, but hands off to Diamondback, and he's down the middle and goes up the middle and crosses the goal line. 35-yard, 30-yard run for the Diamondbacks.
Not even touched by an Indian. He just went all 30 yards without even coming within arm's reach of any one of the Indians.
I think that was Branson, wasn't it, that ran that? I believe it was. Diamondbacks in the kicking formation. Holder down, calling for the ball. Number 15, Gunter is up. Kick is up. It looks good from here. It is.
Another point.
Another point add on. 45 for the Diamondbacks.
With 3:52 left here in the third quarter, it is the Diamondbacks 45, the Indians nothing on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. We're going to keep it right here and remind you that the game following this one will be the West Side against Ryrie. They kicked off about 14 minutes ago, and this third quarter seemed to take forever. A lot of running games.
A lot of passing in this quarter.
Yeah,
both teams have passed a lot.
And it stopped the clock, but I do want to let you know that we will have that West Side Ryrie game in progress when we're done with our game here at Holt Arena here in Pocatello, where the Indians are down 45-0 with 3:49 left in the third quarter.
All right, Century off to kick again. The kicker's getting a lot of activity tonight.
Yes.
So they're set. Preston's deep. We've got Andrew Iverson in the back, and Caleb Peck goes to Iverson. He picks it up at the 6-yard line, takes off, finds a block, gets a block downfield, finds a hole in the middle, gets out to the 22-yard line, 21-yard line.
15-yard return.
So Iverson on the run back.
First and 10 for the Indians. Ball is placed at the 22-yard line.
No, they're giving him the 22, so that's a 16-yard run back on the kickoff for Iverson.
All right, we'll take it. Right now, we'll take about anything.
There you go, especially a few touchdowns.
Ty Hyde, quarterback. Iverson to the side, looks to, it's a fake, it's a delay handoff, and he gets room. Iverson gets out about to the 28-yard line, a gain of about 7 or 8.
You're going to give it 6 yards.
6 will be second down and 4.
That was a delayed handoff. Hyde faked like he was going to pass, and then he wrapped it around the stomach of the guy that was blocking for him in the back, and he ran up the middle, 6-yard pickup.
That was Andrew Iverson. Peck with a little bit of room to run. Nope, that's Smith. Yeah, Isaiah Smith on the run that time. Close to, not quite to a first down. Just across the 30. They need to get to the 32, so it's third down and about 1.5 yards. Preston's got twins out to the left, twins to the right. Iverson in the backfield. He goes now to the right side of Ty. Now he's in motion, sprints out left. Ty Hyde keeps it, breaks out a little bit, gets the first down, gain of about 2 to the 33-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Haven't seen many of those tonight. That's refreshing to see a 1st and 10 for the Indians. They've had a few, but not nearly as many as I'd like to see. Of course, I'm a little prejudiced, I guess.
Yes, and we need to be. They need all the help they can get right now. You know, it's just not the customary team that we've seen the last 3 weeks, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's Century's that good or we're just off our mark tonight, but we are not showing who we are tonight, that's for sure. All right, trips to the right, single to the left. Iverson in the backfield. Goes into motion again, comes to the right, throws deep to the left, and out through the hands of Brock Fewitt. Unable to bring the ball in, so that'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
Fewitt was the widest out on the right side of the line.
Yeah, on the trips to the right, or to the left. He was way out there near the sideline.
He had taken a couple of steps forward and then stopped, and as the ball got to him, he just wasn't able to handle it.
We've only had 1 completion. Ty's just off the mark tonight. 9 attempts and only 1 completion in this half. Goes deep downfield and almost picked off.
You know, go ahead.
He underthrew his intended receiver, which was Smaley. And so, yeah, they jumped up and knocked the ball away. Century did. Diamondbacks did. So here we are, 3rd down and 10. Still on the 33-yard line.
Out of the shotgun again.
Yep, here we go. Hyde fakes the handoff, throws downfield, and it's out of the hands of Luke Smaley. Not quite there fast enough. But Ty Hyde got hit hard just as he released the ball. So it'll be 4th and 10 for the Indians. No gain on the play.
Excellent penetration by one of the linebackers for the Diamondbacks.
Century's having their way. They'll bring 4, sometimes 5, and then blitz a little bit. So now they've got 6 men on the line on defense looking to rush the punter. Single man deep for Century. Isaiah's going to throw it and misses the mark. So we'll give him.
That should be interference.
Yeah, I don't think they watched it, but Isaiah Smith actually threw the pass instead of punt and faked the punt. Threw the pass, and it was just out of the reach of the intended receiver. I didn't see who that was. But, yeah, it gives Century excellent field position, almost to the red zone as they start 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line, where Preston had 4 consecutive plays and all failed with no gain. All right, Century is going up. Looks like we got a new quarterback. I can't tell the number there. He looks different. Handoff to Brunson. Yeah, we do have a new quarterback for Century. It is number 8. That is Cole McKinley. He plays defensive back and quarterback. So McKinley now the quarterback for the Diamondbacks. Incompletion. McKinley takes the ball, hands off to his running back, and he's pulled down, and they're throwing a flag, and I don't know what the flag is in the backfield. But it was handed off to number 6, Jackson Yearsley. Holding against Century, so that'll bring it back, nullify that pass play, and the yardage gained. So it'll be 2nd down and 20. Second down and 20 for the Diamondbacks. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter here on the Ron Keller scoreboard tonight. We appreciate them. It's 45-0 for Diamondbacks. Hike up to McKinley. McKinley keeps the ball, breaks to the outside, is tackled twice by Andrew Iverson and by Isaiah Smith. Both of them on the tackle. Great coverage by the Indians on that play. So they'll gain about 3 yards back. It'll be 3rd and 17.
15, 14, 13 seconds left in third quarter action.
Okay, McKinley in the shotgun. Lone setback, twins to the right, twins to the left. McKinley calls, that's the end of the quarter. So the Indians are down by a margin of 45-0. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Preston Indian Football on KACH Radio and on mylocalradio.com.
West Motor Company has a lifetime warranty.
Well, I guess the secret's out. West Motor in Preston and Logan is now including a no-charge, lifetime powertrain warranty on almost every vehicle we sell.
Almost every vehicle West Motor sells has a lifetime warranty, and your prices are the best around. Why would anybody go anywhere else?
I can't think of a single reason.
Lifetime warranty only at westmotorcompany.com.
And we're back at Holt Arena, where the Diamondbacks are up 45-0 over the Indians as we get the fourth quarter underway. Our scoreboard today brought to you by Ron Keller Tire in Preston.
Okay, Preston in on offense. No, the Diamondbacks on offense. 3rd down and 17. McKinley drops back to pass, fakes it, takes off running. It's got some room, gets wide open, and right close to a first down is about a 16-yard run by McKinley, the quarterback. Now in for Manning. And so it'll be 4th down and 1 for the Century Diamondbacks at the 30-yard line. Need to get to the 29 for a first down. McKinley's got twins to the right, twins to the left. Lone setback, hands off to his running back. He goes up the field, has a first down, but is hit hard by Andrew Iverson and Riley Parker. And Riley Parker can hit hard, let me tell you.
Late flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Indians.
Well, if the gun in the hand, why not shoot yourself in the foot, I guess. They can't be feeling too good about themselves right now, but you know what? I think they'll rebound.
Yes.
This is just one game.
That brings up 1st and goal for the Diamondbacks.
1st and goal. Diamondbacks single to the right. Twins to the left, hands off to the running back. He hits the pay dirt. He's across the goal line for a touchdown. Jackson Hewitt, the ball carrier. Jackson Hewitt.
That is a tough go tonight for
Jackson Yearsley. Yeah.
Tough go tonight for our Preston Indians. Waiting for that extra point attempt. Trying to get some instruction from the sidelines. It looks like one of their guards wasn't in to line up, and now they are going to give a delay of game. Century is
Why
playing.
is the clock running?
Century is. It might be that it's 51-0, and so at a certain point the clock never stops.
I didn't know they did that in high school. Okay, Century up to kick again.
Either that or somebody made a mistake.
That one's good.
Saying good.
Stays perfect on the night. 7 PATs for the kicker, and that brings the score 52-0 on the. Go ahead.
52-0 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard with 9 minutes left, and even though they're lining up, the clock is still running. I would imagine if it was a mistake, somebody would have picked up on it by now. So
yeah,
I am thinking that when the score gets to a certain margin, then they just let the clock run, no matter what. I mean, the clock will run for another 8 minutes and 38 seconds, and that'll be the end of the game. And it'll run in real time, no matter what's going on the field or whether there's anything going on or not.
Very.
I have to check that rule.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check it. I'm surprised. I've never seen one. I guess I haven't seen a game like this one for a while. But Century will kick off. Preston to receive. Andrew Iverson deep, along with Scotty Dunn. Or is that Caleb Beck? I can't tell. One of the two. Goes up. It's going to go out. Oh, let it go out of bounds. That goes out of bounds, so Preston will take it on the 35-yard line of Preston because the kick went out of bounds.
That ball went out of bounds on the 2-yard line. It was a heck of a boot. It was just a little bit sideways. But again, we'll take it.
We'll take any break we can get right now. Things just have not gone our way tonight.
Not
Val.
even. Yeah.
I think Century's caused a few penalties, but we can't capitalize on their penalties. So it's kind of a rough night for the Indians. All right, we'll try again. We got Ty Hyde in the backfield. Andrew Iverson to his left. Trips to the left, single to the right. Pass is thrown. It's caught by Dunn. Dunn catches the bit and gets the first down. So a first down for Scotty Dunn on the play. That's only our second completion this half, but we are moving the ball. It'd be nice to move it 2 or 3 or 4 times. So 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Ty Hyde set, calls out the number, trips to the left. Ty Hyde keeps it, can't get going. Doesn't get back quite to the line of scrimmage.
3 of the Diamondbacks were in on that tackle.
So it's 2nd and 11. They lost of about a yard for Ty Hyde. Zay Davis comes in. He goes into the slot, twins to the right, single to the left, one in the backfield. Got a tight end on the left side. Fakes the handoff, throws, and it goes to Garrett Ward. Gain of about 4. Actually 5 yards, because he'll gain 4 from the line to gain, or the down marker.
Yep.
So first down.
3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 for the Indians.
5:40 left on the game clock, and it is continuing to run. They're not stopping it, not for anything. It's just in 5 minutes and 32 seconds, this game will be over in real time.
Yep. So another pass completion for Hyde. Goes deep. That would have been a beautiful catch. Thrown was down about 35, 40 yards to who was the intended? Number 9, that's Luke Smaley. So Smaley unable to come down. That would have been a terrific catch. He did have it in his hand, but when he come down, they lost it.
Yep.
So it'd be incomplete. 4th down and 6 for the Indians at the 50-yard line. They're right at the 50-yard line.
4th and 6. They're going for it.
Yeah. This is third attempt. They've gone for it on third downs. Haven't made it yet. Oh, Hyde back to pass. He rolls out, has to turn around and he's pressured underneath. Ty Hyde's caught from behind, and then the flag will go down, intentional grounding.
He was definitely in the grasp.
He was in the grasp, so they'll mark it where his knee went down before he threw it.
4:16 left on the clock.
We won't even call that one an attempt because he was down before when he went to throw it, so pretty much a run play. No success there. Diamondbacks take over on the 45-yard line of Preston.
The chains need to move.
Yeah, they've probably fallen asleep.
They're 5 yards off. Okay, now they're getting it. Okay.
So
chains had them lined up on a 1st and 5 for the first down. But
okay.
No.
I think Century's just going to run the clock out. They're just going to keep running it. But they're doing good. They move it 7 yards there on that carry.
3:30 left in this game. 52-0 on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard in favor of the Diamondbacks.
Okay, the Diamondbacks in. McKinley hands off, and he's caught immediately by
number 36.
Mom's Rhett Robertson. Rhett Robertson on the stop that time. It's a good play by Rhett to stay at home and catch him as he come through the line.
Actually knocked him back a couple of yards.
Yeah, loss of about 2. Be 3rd down and 6. We'll call it 6.
2:45 on the clock.
Clock running fast. No time for the Indians. It's handed off, and to get some room. There's a flag down.
This is going to be holding on Langton Payne.
It's going to be a hold, but there's a penalty against the Indians.
Oh, there
late
is?
Hit out of bounds. That might be offsetting. I'm not sure. One's a live ball foul, and the other one's a dead ball foul. So they might mark them off, both.
He's facing the other way on the field.
Holding. Personal foul against the Indians. Holding against Century. Personal foul against the Indians. They'd hit out of bounds, and they'll mark them both off. So it'll be about a 10-yard, end up a 10-yard penalty, because it'll go 5 yards against Century, and then come back 15 will be a 1st down for Century.
Block in the back is what they're saying now. No.
Yeah, so
you called it. You called it. It's first down at the 35-yard line for Century. Minute 10 left in the game.
Okay, so there should be a false start there. Even I saw that one.
Yep, both line judges saw that one.
It'll be 1st and 15 for the Diamondbacks. Just under a minute to go in the game.
Remember, we will join the West Side and Ryrie game as soon as we can, right after this game is over, 45 seconds from now. So
okay, McKinley hands off. Runner gets nowhere. Back to the line of scrimmage. 35 seconds to go in the game. They just have to kneel this one down now, or they really don't even have to snap it because it's a 35-second clock. The chant goes up from Century. I believe that we will win. I think they're going to win. Pass is out there. It's tipped by Riley Parker. Got a hand on it. Knocked it out of play, so unable. But that'll end the ball game, folks, as Preston go incomplete on the last play of the game.
Well, John, at the end of the game, the final score on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard is 52-0 in favor of the Century High School Diamondbacks as they win their homecoming game over the Preston Indians tonight. Anything that really jumped out at you about this game other than the score?
Well, I'm kind of shocked the way Preston played today, because that's just not their character. Just for example, Ty Hyde went 3 for 12 in the second half, so well under his ability to play. And I don't know, I guess we have to credit Century's defense. They played them tough, they blitzed when they had to. It was just one of those nights where Preston was just off and Century was on.
Timing was just a little bit off, and in the middle of the game you mentioned something about the perception of playing inside the dome, and now we're not down on the field by any means, and that gives us a whole different perception. But yeah, it was hard to follow that ball as exactly to where it was going to go and how far it was going to sail. Sometimes it would go shorter than we'd think, and others longer than we'd think. So it might have been a perception thing too. But like I said, we weren't on the field, so
I was really optimistic, Val, about Preston coming in here with a different kind of attitude, thinking that it's not that different playing in the dome versus an outdoor field, only to the fact that the noise is different. And the air's different. There's no wind. There's no anything. I think if we had the chance to play Century again in an outdoor field, it'd be different.
Yeah. Well, with that, we're going to wrap it up. We'll get you over to the West Side Ryrie game, where that is underway and in action. Richard Ward will have the play for you. We want to thank John Beverly back at the studios at KACH, our producer for us tonight, and join us again tomorrow. Next Friday, we'll be on the road into Idaho Falls, Bonneville High School. At 7 o'clock is the scheduled kickoff, and we'll bring that game to you both online at mylocalradio.com, and we'll see about the stream or the radio end of it. See how we match up with the game that Westside will play a week from tonight. But if nothing else, the Preston game against Bonneville a week from tonight at 7 o'clock will be on mylocalradio.com streaming live.
We appreciate you listening. It's good to be with you. We'll see you next week.
I want to thank our sponsors, Ron Keller Tire, Valley Implement, Preston Auto Parts, your CarQuest dealer, Lewiston State Bank, Franklin County Medical Center, mylocalradio.com, and West Motors. So for John Slaughter, I'm Val Cook. You have a fantastic night.